It's here and it's real. This is Sonic Unleashed running on the PC as a unofficial native port. This literally dropped out of nowhere and no one was expecting it. Well, at least I wasn't expecting it anyway, so soon after my video that came out, which by the way is now outdated. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you do this much easier and, in my opinion, way better method. So this is going to be the definitive way to actually play Sonic Unleashed on PC/Steam Deck. Steam Deck video coming soon. Today is a big day. We actually have an Unleashed recompilation, which makes my previous video obsolete. So today I woke up at like 8 o'clock in the morning to a text from my friend saying, bro, they ported Unleashed to PC. This is an unofficial PC port of the 360 version of Sonic Unleashed. You will need a 360 to do this, as well as a little bit of knowledge, but I'm going to guide you through everything. Here are the system requirements you need. It is relatively tame, actually. You will need a way to get an Xbox. You don't need to soft mod your Xbox though, which is really, really nice. So you have a full list of instructions here. I'm going to go over on how to do this. Firstly, you need to dump the game. So over to the Xbox 360, it's been a while since I've played this, precisely like 10 or 11 years. Some power supplies may fail to turn on. I got a red light when I tried to turn on my Xbox, and I was like really scared, and I thought, oh my god, I'm going to have to order a new power supply. But I did find a Reddit thread from like 5 years ago, which really helped me out with this. If that's the case, plug everything in. Then what you want to do is you want to disconnect the cable from the power supply to the plug. Don't unplug the plug, but disconnect the cable from the power supply to the plug. Then turn the Xbox on. Now it will turn on, and then obviously because it's not plugged in to the outlet, it will turn back off. But then once it turns back off, just put the cable back into the power supply and turn it back on. That is how I fixed it. Otherwise you might have like a red light on yours. If that doesn't fix it, then you might need to get a new power supply for this. So if it's been a while, you may need to download the final dashboard update for the 360. It's quite a big one, but just let it download. You also will need to re-download your profile if you haven't been on the 360 for a while. So as you can see, I'm doing that right here, and got to sign in. When you are signing in though, make sure you generate an app password, as the 360 doesn't actually support 2FA, so if you use your main password, it won't actually let you log in. I'll leave a link in the description on how to generate one. Then you want to go to all of your games, and you want to find Sonic Unleashed, and check to see if you have all your DLCs. There should be 6 in total. So you got Apatos and Shamar together, you got Empire City and Abadat together, and then Chunnan, Holoska, Missouri, and Spagonia all separately. Those are the 6 that you need, which should be all of them, I think. Yeah, that is 6. If you're missing any, go to your games library, and you're going to go all the way across to Sonic Unleashed if it's installed digitally. If it's installed if you have it on disc, I will get to that. So you want to go to Sonic Unleashed in your game library, and press X, and it should take you to the store page for it. You want to tab over to extras, and then you want to download any DLC that you're missing. DLC is highly recommended. Otherwise, yeah, you can still buy it. I don't know if you can do it on the 360, but you can buy it on the Xbox store. Anyway, once you've done that, if you have a disc version, by the way, if you insert the disc, and then you should have an option to press install on it, and that will install it to your hard drive. Once you've done that, you need to basically remove the hard drive from the Xbox 360. So there are a few guides. I have an Xbox 360S, which is really, really simple. It's just a little pull tab latch there. Obviously, depending on what Xbox you have, it will vary, but it is as simple as just pulling out a latch and then pulling out the fabric tab on my one, which is super, super easy. And apparently all of the other Xboxes are pretty easy as well. It's just a removal thing, which is really, really nice. Props on Microsoft for actually making something not suck. After that, you'll need a SATA to USB adapter for your Xbox hard drive. These are pretty hard to find. What I ended up doing is just attaching it to my computer directly and just hot plugging it in. I know this isn't really viable for some people, but shop around any sort of 2.5-inch compatible SATA adapter will work just fine. As I said, I plugged mine directly into my PC, so I don't have that problem. Once you want to download, you want to download Velocity from this link here. You can find the link in the description. This will download Velocity XEX ISO. You want to open that, and you want to open Velocity as an administrator. If you open it as admin, you should see. If you open it as admin, you should see a device detected message. You want to click yes to open the content viewer. Okay, so if you're like me, you might run into an issue where you just can't load anything into Velocity. This happened to me. I haven't found any solution to this. I sort of discovered this myself. But if you get a screen like this where you just can't drill into your games or DLC, you want to go up to Tools, Device Tools, and then Raw Device Viewer. You need to go in here anyway to get something else, the title update, I believe. So we'll do that first. So if we go to Content, then Cache, and you search for TU underscore to just filter out all the title updates. And then you want to search for, there you go. You want to search for the one that says 19KA20i. That is the Sonic Unleashed title update 2, I believe. So you want to right click that and then copy selected to local disk. Now I've already done this. As you can see, if I do game, there is my title update here. Now if you're able to go into your games folder and right click Sonic Unleashed and then all the DLC, and then if you select them all, right click and copy them, that's fine. This is for people who can't do that like me. Quick little update while editing this video. If you use the original version of this program, it has actually been updated more recently. You might have a little bit more luck with that when trying to extract the game. I'll leave a link to that version in the description as well. You can try it like that. But obviously, this is a very special case for me. I don't know why it didn't work for me, but this is the route that I had to go. If anyone else comes across this method that needs it, then it's here. Otherwise, you can skip this part if you've extracted all the files. If you go into the, again, raw device viewer, you want to go to content, and then it should be this top one here of all zeros. And then you want to find the game title ID for Sonic Unleashed, which is 534 50812. Now you can copy this selected to local disk. It will fail for me, so I'm not going to do that. But what I had to do is I had to go through manually and do these one by one. I know it's annoying. I don't know why I can't do this, but this is sort of the workaround that I had to do. Hopefully you don't have to do this. I'm just not sure. If I go and try and do, for example, this whole folder here. If I right click, copy selected, and I just do it on the desktop, you see that again, error saying invalid argument, and then it just does that for the whole thing. And then resulting folder, you just get basically just one file, which is 44 kilobytes, which isn't helpful. So I'm going to put that in the recycle bin. So once you've done that, you want to open the Unleashed Recomp little application here. You can find this on the GitHub. If you go over to releases, and then grab the Windows version, Flatpak if you're on Linux or the Steam Deck, and you want to open it. And you'll click run anyway. And you get this cool little thing. I don't know how loud this is. So you get an option to select a language. I'm going to go English. Welcome to Unleashed Recompiled. You need an Xbox 360 copy, blah, blah, blah. We already did this. So you have two options. You have add files and add folder. Now, either one will work. It just depends on how you extracted them. I might have to do add folder because I did it in an awkward way. So I actually clicked add files and then added the title update first, and then I went to add folder and did the rest. It's worth noting, if you have the ISO file from last video, that will also work in this installer as well. Once you've done that, you want to click next, and then you want to add the DLC. Now I'm going to add the DLC file. Now all my DLC is in here, so I'm going to just click open, hit next. Then it will ask you how much space you have, and I can see I've got enough space, so I'm just going to click next, and then wait until the content is installed. And then that is it. You just wait for the game to be installed, and you're nearly there. And there we go. Installation complete. You click next. And there we go. You have Sonic Unleashed PC port. And there we go. It's a classic case of Sega doing nothing and the fans stepping in to sort of fill that gap. It runs perfectly. I'm running it right now in the background. However, I did mess up. I'm running this at 30 FPS 720p because OBS is dumb. And for some reason, Shadowplay wouldn't pick it up. So beware of that. I'm also going to go over a few other issues that I've encountered. There's some on the GitHub as well. Firstly, something that I've encountered is high frame rates. The game tends to like do whatever it wants. So for example, actually in Spagonia, in the end section with the rails, Sonic just like dies. It's quite funny. But yeah, there's a few high frame rate sort of like bugs. As long as you don't go over 120, you should be good. That's sort of what I run at anyway. There's also a lot of visual issues when you're viewing it ultra wide. I don't have an ultra wide, so I can't like show you these. And there's also some stuttering as well, which should be ironed out in the later versions, but it's there, as well as also you have the original game bugs as well, which I do abuse, and it's actually really fun. And you might have seen me use QSS a little bit there. But yeah, this does work on Linux as well. I will do a Steam Deck video, but right now I do need a rest because I literally have been working on this for like 4 hours now, and I haven't even edited it yet. I need to like do that, so it's probably going to take me the whole day to do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy playing Unleashed finally on PC. See you later.